Kill me, I'm here! Kill me!
Hey everybody, this is Matthew Movies coming at you with my review of Split, the M Night Shyamalan movie from 2016 that is a bit of a return to form for him for the first time in a long time. Now, to give you a bit of an idea of my feelings on this director's career, I loved The Sixth Sense. I thought it was amazing. I think Unbreakable was a movie that was extremely underrated and underappreciated, and I also feel that way about Signs. I feel like, with the exception of the ending of Signs, I thought that movie was brilliant. Like, the pacing was amazing. Everything that was involved in the ending I thought was kind of crap, but otherwise I thought that movie was brilliant. And then after that, the guy can't make a good movie to save his life. I mean, The Happening is one of the most ridiculous movies I've ever seen. The hot dog scene in it just blows my mind. I thought Devil was okay, and a lot of people I know liked The Visit, but I personally wasn't a fan. I thought it didn't know what it wanted to be. And then I watched this movie recently, and I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised that he finally seemed to remember how to tell a story. In my opinion, this movie, unlike The Visit, I think knew exactly what it was wanting to do. It showed confidence in the story it was telling, which I think was something that was lacking in a lot of his earlier movies. Like, there was no moment in this movie where I felt like the people involved weren't completely invested in their characters. And like, if you watch The Happening, there are definitely moments in that movie where it feels like the actors are kind of like, what am I doing right now? And I feel like that's the same with like The Last Airbender and so many other of his movies lately. And I felt like the director, not only was he picking stories that I didn't think were very good, or telling stories I didn't think were very good, and his visual effects I thought were lacking as of late, but I also felt like he probably had taken a lot of kicks to the gut and had lost a lot of his confidence as a result. And I don't know where this came about, but it did not feel like that was the case with this movie whatsoever. I felt like he had a story that he wanted to tell, and he set out to tell it, and he did it to perfection. Now, don't get me wrong. I do think that this movie, I don't think this movie is of the caliber of the three movies that I mentioned earlier, his first three. I think the story is pretty over the top in a lot of places. But the thing that I thought was really, really interesting about it, and this is a review that even before I sat down to do it, I felt like it was going to be a little bit tricky to do without giving away any spoilers. But by the end of the movie, all of the things that I felt like were a little bit over the top were kind of justified to a large degree. And it all depends. To me, this movie depends on people being willing to go along for the ride. And I hope that the people, when you check this movie out, if you go into it expecting another M Night Shyamalan piece of garbage that, like the ones he's fed us over the years, I think you're going to be doing yourself a disservice, because I think you need to take this movie on its own merits and just go along for the ride. And I think where it ends up, you'll be pleasantly surprised. I thought the performances, like I said, were actually quite well done. There was a lot of moments that I thought were actually pretty funny. James McAvoy, I think, really, really was fearless in playing this character, and I think it's one of those things too where I gotta give him credit, because I really feel like in a lot of people's hands this could have really easily blown up in his face, and it didn't. I personally don't believe that it did at all. I think that it came off like it comes off like very kind of pulpy, and it comes off like, to a large degree, this movie to me feels like a movie that could have easily been made in the 80s, where things, this movie isn't about subtlety and that kind of thing, but the key to it is that you never see, like I said earlier, you never see him seeming to be questioning the performance. And I think that is what makes it so you can go along for the ride. And if you know anything about this movie, I mean, anything at all, the plot of the movie revolves around him kidnapping three girls, his character, James McAvoy's character, kidnapping three girls, and he has basically multiple personality disorder, DID, dissociative identity disorder, I think it is. I think that's what it stands for. Don't quote me on that. And so there's moments where he's playing a woman, and there's moments where he's playing a child, and he doesn't shy away from any of that stuff at all. And I think the film works because of it. I applaud everybody in both M Night Shyamalan, James McAvoy, all the other performers. I applaud the people in this movie for clearly having faith in the story that they were telling, and as a result, doing a great job in telling it. And I think this movie is definitely worth a watch. I was very pleasantly surprised, and I hope everybody gives it a shot and takes it on its own merits. So that's one other quick thing I will say too is. It's funny because it's an M Night Shyamalan movie, so right from the get go, I thought, oh, I'm gonna figure out what this big twist is. That's just the way my mind works. So I'm gonna try, and did not see it coming. I tell you, did not see it coming. But those are my thoughts on Split. Let me know in the comments below if you saw the movie and what you thought of it. Please do not give any spoilers. I will be very disappointed if anybody has this movie ruined for them, because I hate giving people spoilers, and I definitely don't feel like this movie would be one that would be a movie that somebody would want to have spoiled for them. So other than that, have yourself a nice day. Please, like I said, comment below, let me know what you think. Hit that like button. I love that, gives me the opportunity to have my channel go in front of other people's, and please hit that subscribe button. It is extremely awesome to be able to talk to new people about movies, and I hope you're one of them. But other than that, have yourself a nice day.